Yeah.
Did you get me? Am I in?
You're in?
I'm in. You're in. You're all in.
Just take it away from him. Under 4 left. The barn is alive again.
Yeah, it's a sports show. Got me in my hormones, all gas, no brakes, score 4-0. If you think you own this place, you get foreclosed. I've been in my head, but it's not
The
about
Sports
a
Show,
T3.
episode 276, right here on the CJSW 90.9 FM. It's the third Tuesday of every single month where we are plugging in the Sports Show. We're also plugging in the funding drive, www.cjsw.com/donate. Find the Sports Show, make your contributions. It's what keeps the lights on. It's what keeps the pretty faces on the camera. All of the shows. If you can find it in your heart, Sports Show. Roster, I'm talking to you. If you can find it in your hearts, and may the grace of God shine upon you if you could donate to the CJSW.
Oh, man.
Hallelujah. Listen. Episode 276, we're also on Spotify, we're also on Podbean, we're also on iTunes, we are also on YouTube. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. The way to find it is Sports Show Podcast. Look for the blue and white logo. The other side of the coin is we got this thing called Instantgram. Okay, maybe I added a T, maybe I didn't.
Maybe.
At Sports Show Podcast is the handle. Please subscribe. You can get the quick hit clips, and it's going to be great. It's going to be, keep Amy employed. Hey, we
exactly.
love keep
her
Amy employed.
Yeah,
we love the Amy.
She needs this.
She needs this. She needs this.
Man.
You know. So,
quick question for you. What's one of your favorite movies? You know me. I'm perusing during the week.
yeah,
It's the CJSW show, so we
Yeah.
got to do this fast. So I'm just going to get right to the point.
sure.
What's a movie that and I know your answer. It's going to be Casino. I know it's your favorite movie of all time. However, what I'm saying is, that's an A-list movie.
'Kay.
A-list actors. What's your B-list movie? Do you have a B?
Yeah, I do. It's easy. Big Trouble in Little China. Kurt Russell.
Really?
Can't compete with it.
I can't lie to you. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
What? Oh, buddy,
Yeah.
it's the greatest
Yeah.
B movie of all time. Let me give you the quick synopsis, then we'll move on.
Right.
Kurt Russell's basically a trucker who turns into a quasi superhero.
Right.
Imagine if Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
landed on the Earth circa 1980s.
Right.
With the Kurt Russell persona.
Got it. Okay. So I don't feel so bad anymore. The other day, Fast and the Furious, 1 to 10, I don't know. One of them was on. I can't even tell you which one it was. I'm not a big fan of it, but I can't turn the TV off. I can't
It's
do it.
grotesquely awesome.
It's right. You know what I mean? How do you go from a mechanic
Yeah.
to be a special agent, basically?
Well,
And not just one guy, not Vin Diesel's character, all of them.
Listen, it's kind of like watching the Jays play. Oh,
There we go.
Quick hit on the Fast and Furious.
Yeah, of course.
First one, amazing. Second one, not so bad. And you know what's creepy about you bringing this up?
Yeah.
This was literally a topic of conversation during Thanksgiving.
Well, I think
Because
this
that's
is
when
where
it was on.
Yeah, it was on the loop.
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
you lost me. The Rock, I love you. Honey Sugar Baby. You know I wanted to be like you. I even grew sideburns just to be like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
He's not lying. people.
Not lying.
Yeah.
You should see my shirt collection. I digress. The point being,
Right.
they got so ridiculous. They're terrible.
This is what
Like
I'm
the moment
saying.
you slingshot off a cliff and kind of trapeze yourself like a Cirque du Soleil off two
Right.
helicopters
Yes.
back in,
Right.
doesn't work for me.
Oh, how about the one where they go to space? When you got Ludacris going to space, you kind of at this moment said, hey, viewers, we're just going to throw whatever we want at you.
The light, fast, and furious.
Like NASA should be embarrassed where they work on spaceships for years on end to get it up in the sky. And these guys put a car together with a booster and got it there.
It's an insult to people like the Matt Damon and the Matthew McConaughey who took time out of their day to make real space movies.
Just throwing that out
Okay.
there. I digress. We're off to sports. That's what this show's all about. CJSW, the sports show, here at the University
I
of
mean,
Cal.
heaven forbid we take 2 minutes out of our show to talk something non-sports.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Merry, merry NHL, merry, merry NHL, merry, merry NHL. It's here. It's back. 2023, 2024 is back. Exciting stuff. Just started the other day. You know what I did find myself thinking, Dimitri? I'm trying to catch all the first games of the season.
It's a
all
lot.
this stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But this is what I respect about you, NHL. You saw Big Brother, NFL. They do everything grande. Big, right? They do the NFL draft. Huge. The combine. Huge. The NHL goes, why can't we do these things? Our athletes are just as good. We got great fan base. Okay, maybe not as many. Good fan base. Rapid fan base. So I respect what they were trying to do.
Okay.
It's Sid versus the kid. Connor Bedard. They're going to push this kid so hard, so fast. This kid better live up to expectation. And as of right now, not bad. Dimitri, we're heading into the season. Tell the CJSW listeners and everyone else thoughts on this year.
Thoughts on this year? I'm actually really excited. There's a lot of movement that happened last year. A lot of teams got a new look. Listen, you can't help but fall in love with the Connor Bedard story.
Yes.
Right? It's that next wave. It's that next it. And the best part about it is it's coming. You talked about Sid and Bedard.
Right.
Okay. You got a guy in Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
You got other, there's just so many dynamic players right now in the NHL. It's fantastic. And dare I say, dynamic teams. I like what they're doing. It's the right way to do it. There is a business side to this. It sells tickets. You got to sell the story. You got to do the thing. And it was even before. They did the press conferences before, and they had the interview with the two of them. All great, great, great things that are happening. But the other side of the coin.
What's that?
Is that there's also teams that yes, there's new and exciting stuff that's happening.
Right.
But there's also teams that need to live up to expectation.
What? Who are you talking about?
I'll tell you who I'm talking about, and it puts a big smile on my face because I don't even need to see your notes to know that it's on your notes.
It's right here.
I'm looking at you up north. See, we're in Calgary, Alberta.
That's
We
right.
got this little team over here that there's a little controversy and then a change. And what's going to happen with the Flames? We'll get to you, Calgary, after we get to you, Edmonton,
Yes.
the golden child, the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Oh, I got Connor McDavid. He's the best ever because he can skate so fast and get all these points. But you know what you don't have? You don't have a Stanley Cup. You want to know what you don't have? You don't have a plus-minus rating above the 5 mark. That's what you don't have. 8-1?
What happened?
8-1.
And you can't lose 8-1 in the opener.
The opener.
To Vancouver?
Vancouver.
In Vancouver?
This is a team that gave away their first round to get it again and give it away again. They're playing playground tag. You lost to that team?
I can't. So I'm flipping through the channels. I watching the Flames playing the Winnipeg Jets. We'll get to you in a second. And I'm like, okay, this is a good tight game. I'll flip over. I want to see how many points is Connor going to get. At the moment when I turned it over, it was 4-1. I'm like, whoa, okay, you know what? The jitters. They're going to come back and win this 5-4, 6-4, right? I go back to the Flames game. That one's starting to get heated. I'm like, okay, I'll flip. I flip back. I don't know how long it was. I flip back. It's 8-1. 8-1. I'm like, oh, it's still preseason in Vancouver. No, it was the first game of the season.
Man, that is an embarrassment.
That's not good.
That is not a good start.
Now, of course, it's the first game of the season, so
Don't
okay,
care.
but I agree.
Don't care.
So tonight, they're playing Vancouver again at home in Edmonton. If they don't win 10-0, it's not a wash. If they win 8-1, not a wash. You have to beat them 10-0 to make this even. There's no other way around this.
It's so bad.
Are we overreacting? Yes, but not really.
No, not really.
No.
I don't care. There's certain teams that need to be held with scrutiny.
Yes.
Listen, let's be fair about it.
Let's be fair.
Let's be fair. We're fair people. Let's be fair.
Right down the middle.
If
Yeah.
the Edmonton Oilers lost to Vancouver in a tight game,
Agreed.
I would sit there and say, Lack, it's the season opener. You don't know what's going to happen. It's game 1, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hey, I get that.
Right.
That's how the NHL, the NBA, not so much football. Football, every game counts.
Everything counts.
Baseball, okay, you got some gimme games. No one's going to worry. But here's what really I'm worried about. When I was just like you. I was flipping back and forth.
Right.
But of what I did watch, the thing that scares me the most, I mean, number one, and you know, okay, Ekholm wasn't playing. And then you got Elliot Friedman. Well, you know, there's a correlation when he's not in there. No. Stop it.
Yeah.
I'll buy that with a Colorado and a Vegas. I'll buy that argument.
Sure.
Not Vancouver.
No.
The second thing where I'm going is it's the same problems.
Yeah.
It's the team didn't miss a beat.
Dimitri, tell them. Tell them, Dimitri. Tell the people what I've been saying.
I'm gonna
say it. You're my witness.
The guy's right, okay? Is that what you wanted, fam?
That's what I
You wanted me to admit it on the live show where we get the most exposure, but Mitch is right. I'm going to tell you, the biggest problem on the team is they're very top-heavy.
Yes.
They got no middle ground.
Nope.
And then they got a couple young guys that have some tremendous upside.
Sure.
the even bigger problem is the top guys. There's 2 of them that are pretty good and get a lot of value. And then there's one who abhorrently stinks. Yeah, I said it, stinks.
What?
You Darnell Nurse. For over 9 schmil a year.
That's right. 9.5.
For what you want out of a defenseman.
Right.
That can't be it. He plays the same. They got to get rid of him.
Right.
They got to get rid of him first.
But he's not going anywhere. I'm saying. I mean, literally, you unsold the defense. Like, you're a sales guy. If, ladies and gentlemen, you guys want somebody to sell you something, this is the guy. What you just did, you sold me not to buy him.
I know that's a
You know
problem.
what I mean? And here's the reality. With that price tag, no one's buying it.
Who would put that money
No
in?
one would. Here's the other thing. The goaltending is not helping. Like, you got to get a goalie. Like, here in Calgary, we got Markstrom. He's great. You know what? He's great from the point of view you can count him. Yes, last year was an off year. He was off. But you know deep down he's got it in him to win and steal some games like he did in Game 1 against Winnipeg. He stole that game,
He
my
stole
opinion.
that game. I don't care what anyone says.
Maybe a couple in his mind and maybe in others, there was a soft goal or two. But it doesn't matter. He still won the game. Got it done.
There is no reason why someone watching at the bare minimum the first 2 periods of Calgary-Winnipeg can say anything bad about Markstrom.
Agreed.
And the Flames winning. Because let's face it, the Flames didn't look that great overall.
No, they didn't. That's what I was going to get at.
Are we okay, sorry.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Sorry.
Now.
I'm fired up.
Yeah, buddy.
It's funding
listen,
drive week.
It's funding drive week here. CJSW 90.9, University of Calgary. We're the only sports station really that's relevant in this city. And the reality is that the Oilers, I mean, there's another 81 games to go. I get it. I know. But my dad's always said this, the good day starts in the morning. You don't want to start the season off
You know,
like
I
that.
used that line yesterday.
It's a great
I was
line.
telling some some colleagues.
Yeah.
They loved it.
It's a good line.
It's a great line.
My dad has another line. It's, you don't want to go to school? No problem. Canada's got lots of dishes for you to wash. I also like that one. It's one of my favorite. All right. Next thing in the NHL, I really want to get at it, is, you know what? There's guys that get their money, Dimitri, and they tend to fall off. This guy got his money, and I'm talking about you, Austin Matthews. Bravo, sir. 3 goals in the opener after getting the big money. You're a killer.
That, my friend, is
killer.
what you want.
That's what you want.
It's what you need. Impressive debut for Toronto.
Absolutely.
I thought also an equally impressive debut for a team like Montreal.
Yes.
Excellent game, excellent hockey. But, I mean, what you want to see is at the end of the day, if you're going to pay people the money,
that's right.
You pay for them to play, and they all did. I thought Marner had an excellent game as well.
Hey, any guy named Mitch sure does. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, let's talk about our boys here in Calgary since we're on CJSW. Let's talk about new GM, new coach, a little bit of a different team. I mean, the whole Johnny thing and the whole Kachuk thing, now it's done. You can't use that as an excuse. Last year, you could use it. This year, not using it. To your point a few seconds ago, I didn't like everything I saw on the opener, but I didn't hate everything I saw either. I think obviously they're going to tweak it up a little bit. I just don't know what they're missing though. Is it the Luch? Like, I know it sounds crazy I'm saying this, but they don't seem to have that little like, don't screw around with me because the Luch will kill you kind of attitude. They're kind of like just gonna. I don't even know. They're not even pestering anybody. They just seem a little lackadaisical that way or something, like a little like a fly that you're trying to slap, but you're like, I'll deal with you later at another time when I have a wet towel. You're dead. I don't think the Flames have anyone there to like really kind of scare teams. That's one thing. And secondly, I know the defense. When our defense, I feel like, you know, like everyone's talking about Tanev. Okay, is Tanev really that good of a defenseman? Is he our best? Is he better than Nurse? Yes. Is he the best on the Flames? I hope not. Like, I know Hannafin, people will say Hannafin is, but we also know he doesn't want to stay. Thoughts on the Flames?
What you just said, I think the Flames are going through it themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think they even know what kind of team they're really going to be. I think there has been a significant amount of changes. And even a couple of those people that, like Luch leaving, like you say, were may not be that significant, actually is significant. So a lot of people are leaving, a lot of identity crisis. I don't think they know exactly what kind of team they want to be. I don't think the players know exactly what kind of role and team that they want to be. You got new captains, new lines, all of these different things. My hope for the Flames is that they kind of sometimes you got to stay in your lane and maximize that.
Yes.
So, for example, like fitting, I actually think Winnipeg's a better team.
They look better. Absolutely.
Right?
And they got
I think
a lot of
Winnipeg's a
talent.
better
Yeah,
team.
Yeah.
But I think Calgary needs to look at this game and say, this is how we kind of need to win games.
Agreed.
Let's just kind of roll it over, roll it around, everyone contribute. Everything Sutter wanted the team to be in terms of a very structured style team.
Mm-hmm.
They need to continue that just under the new regime.
Yeah.
With someone who doesn't treat them so badly.
Yeah. Stop yelling.
It was hard.
Well, we'll see what happens. Dimitri, give the people a little prediction. You got a bold prediction for the year. You want to give me a Stanley Cup champion? You want to tell me who's going to win the scoring race?
Listen.
Give me something. Give the people something.
Listen, I'll give them something. I always put the cart before the horse. I don't want to put my money in my mouth. I want to put it where, hold on. I want to put my money where my mouth is, but not in my mouth.
Okay.
Near
your mouth?
Near your mouth.
Okay.
I want to have the money ready is what I'm saying.
Get it ready. Sure.
I'm going to get it ready.
Get it out of the wall.
Here's what I like.
Sure.
I told you. All I'm going to say is this.
Okay.
Double down.
Double down.
On the Canadian teams this year.
Ah.
Expect.
Right.
Some good things.
Right.
Coming from the north.
Okay.
Now, in terms of the scoring race, it's Connor McDavid until someone proves otherwise.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
There's no crazy little dark horse pick, this, that, and the other thing. I think prove me otherwise. For Connor Bedard, I think he's going to have a good season. I think he should have at least 30 goals.
Yeah.
Okay? Guy likes to shoot. Like, I'm looking game 1 against the Penguins. Game 1 against the Penguins, man, the guy had like 5 shots. He had an assist. Like, he's got...
Well, he's the only good player on the team. Even though they ended up winning, I'm just joking. But, I mean, they're going to expect him. They want him to shoot. Keep shooting, kid.
Keep shooting. So, but I don't know. It's going to be a really, really interesting year because there's still a lot of good teams. Carolina, I think, got nothing but better, but Carolina's just got to be healthy.
Yeah.
I like my Pittsburgh. I mean, that's just going to be fun to watch how that plays out.
Yeah.
That's just old man farmer strength team right there.
Agreed.
They got the Carlson, which I don't think the Carlson's like, oh my God, give him the cup right away. But what it does do is if everyone's healthy, like that experience, it's going to be a good little problem to have. I like my Colorado again.
Yeah. I think, you know what? I'm gonna just say this one team. It's not a bold prediction. I expect bigger things because they were expected to do bigger. New Jersey Devils. I just feel like this team has got it all. You have everything you need. I'm not saying you're going to win the cup, but you should get really close. I will say a couple of podcasts ago, we said Carolina. I don't like them as a team, meaning like I don't cheer for them. I don't think they're fun to watch or exciting, but man, they look great. And I'll throw them in there too as the two teams in the East to watch out for. In the West, hey, man, it's just the Kings and the Flames. I'll just pick those two just for fun because, if we're living in Calgary, you got to cheer for the team that's here. Hey, let's just call it is. All right? Let's work over ourselves to baseball real quick. Last week, new special advisor to the sports show, Blake. He's our baseball guy.
We got a baseball guy now?
We got a baseball guy. By the way, we owe him a golf.
No. You.
Just so you know, this was a we thing. This is a we thing, Dimitri.
Yeah, but I'm
just saying.
But you were head manning the prod. Hey, Mitch.
Hey. I'm just saying.
I'm proud of you.
Hey. So
look, as the CEO, CEO of the sports show,
right?
You tried.
I'm just saying.
You came up short,
right?
Not just in size,
right?
Personally, but in.
All I'm saying is this, Blake.
Yeah.
No problem.
What do you owe him?
We're going to take him like the full swing or what's that? Top swing. No, what's that one?
Launch pad.
Launch pad. Sure, we'll go there.
That'd be great. Night.
Oh, now you want to come?
Well, of course I'm going to come.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. So it's a we thing.
No. You're paying for it. I'm just, listen, I got to show up.
Yeah. All right.
I got to make appearances.
The only reason I want to bring up baseball is so last week he loved the bit about the Toronto Blue Jays. Go back to the podcast and listen because this is where analytics versus, the gut feeling, the heater, however you want to look at it. He totally agreed. And he even made more of a point. So just yesterday, all the baseball playoffs are now set up, all right? But here's the funny thing. The Braves, the Orioles, the Dodgers, the Rays, and the Brewers, the 5 best teams in Major League Baseball, 162 games in, all out against the teams that really don't use the analytics. Baseball, I like what you're doing with the fast pitching. using the numbers.
Huge.
But I like the managers reverting back to old school baseball. Let's go. Baseball playoffs, full swing. Go. Done. We're off to the NFL. It's the juggernaut. You know why? Because it just is. It just is. I want to apologize to everyone that listens to the sports show on behalf of me. A couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned how the Dallas Cowboys are probably the best team in the National Football League. So last week, they played the San Francisco 49ers. And something bad happened. There was a murder on national TV. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, I had you on my fantasy. I just need you guys to have a decent game.
Oh, no.
Just a little something. I was down by 4 points. I lost the game with the only 2 players left playing. You guys played so bad you couldn't get 4 points amongst you two? Ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys are not the best team in the NFL. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it was the team they were playing. San Francisco. What a whooping. What a whooping.
Oh, man. This was, I was at Thanksgiving, so, we were talking. There's someone there who's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
And we were previewing the game with the 49ers. And I think everyone knew this. Everyone knows that, okay, where does Dallas really stack up?
Right.
Can they play the 49ers? Can they enact some revenge?
Yes.
I had some hopes.
We all did. Special advisor Jim did.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll get to him in a second.
In a second.
Because we'll get to you right now, Special Advisor Jim. You want in? That's fine. But I said you want to take Mitch's 5-star. You want to
have a 5-star.
You got to get 5 to play 5.
Right.
You got it? Now, I didn't want to be this guy to yell at you live on the CJSW, but you better pull up your socks.
Pull them up.
Okay? Because the good day starts in the morning.
Well said.
Jim. So, but we were all waiting. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to lose. Look, Dallas, Edmonton, polarizing teams.
Yes.
I mean, there's a theme here. You got to show up. You have to. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
You have to prove you are who you say you are on the field.
Yes.
We all had hopes. The composition of the team, I felt, changed when Ezekiel Elliott left, and you said, "Okay, let's just move things around here." But look, honey sugar babies, you can't be doing this. San Francisco, wow,
yeah,
that is a team. Listen, it's the Purdy, it's the Kittle, you could go down the list of the roster, great. But it's the Shanahan.
He really
it's
is.
the preparation.
Yes.
It's the understanding of the game, and this is what Dallas needs to be. Dallas needs to be a team that understands that yes, Dak Prescott can throw a game for 400 or 500 yards. You can walk right in and do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't need that. You need a guy who can. This is where Shanahan's so great.
Oh, 100%.
This is where you look and you say, okay, this is how we're going to run things today.
Yeah.
And you turn players. This is what Belichick's success came off of this as well to a degree. Like, man, this was so bad. So, yeah, Dallas, I'm sorry.
You know what?
I'm so sick. And this is the thing. I'm so sick and tired of talking about the Cowboys because they mark themselves as America's team and we all focal point around it. You guys suck.
I heard this thing, Jerry Jones, the owner / GM and GM of the Dallas Cowboys, he goes on a local radio station in Dallas, and he basically said to everyone, he goes on each week, and he just told everyone, it's like, it was just a bad game. They just had a great game with a bad. No, Jerry, no. Listen, man, I love my favorite teams too, but you just got to admit when one team is much more superior than the other. Are you guys maybe going to see each other again in the playoffs? Let's assume you will. I'll also just take a wild, bold guess that unless there's a major injury to San Francisco, because this team is only going to get better too. That is what we saw on Sunday night was like a big cousin fighting with a little cousin. And like they're hitting you in the head a little bit. Every time the little guy was trying to do something, the other cousin, you could see it from afar. He's like, hit him here. He's going to go here. Oh, boom, boom, boom. It wasn't even fun to watch after a while. It was just bad.
Quick hit.
Yeah.
What's it worse to be right now? A Cowboys fan or a Broncos fan?
Oh, boy. Well, Broncos for sure. I mean, because that's a legacy, too. That's a good franchise. And right now, they are not like, hey, Russell, buddy, like, Pretend like you care for a minute, man. Holy gabolis, man. That guy is not good at all of a sudden.
Did
what
you
happened?
just say holy gabolis?
I was going to say other things, but I just said.
What's a gaboli?
I don't know. I just made it up right there. Just made it up. Boom. Done. That's what you get on the sports show.
Home of the gaboli.
Home of the gaboli.
Our new sports show pasta brought to you by the CJSW.
As much as I want to talk more and more, we only got the 30 minutes, so
That's
we're
right.
off to everyone's favorite segment. It's Rapid Banter.
Let's go.
Who was better on the mic, Conor McGregor or Chael Sonnen?
McGregor.
Oh, no.
Nah.
Mike Tyson used to have sex before going out to fight. Smart move or dumb move?
The only move.
Hey, listen, they said that if he didn't, he'd kill people. Who will lead the NHL in scoring this year?
McDavid.
Does Travis Kelce listen to Taylor Swift before a game or Metallica?
Dual concert?
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
In the fictional sports movie Major League, which player would you rather play? Ricky Vaughn, Willie Mays Hayes, or Jake Taylor?
You missed the one and only Pedro Serrano.
Boom, there it is. Rapid Banter. Okay, we'll jump into everyone's second favorite. I think it's first, maybe second. It depends on you. It's called Pass or Fail. We just bring up a subject matter, and then we just say if it's cool or not, because we're here at the University of Calgary, CJSW. I started it with B-list movies. We're going to finish with B-list movies. Dimitri, I want to know B-list movie actors, all right? So not the Leonardo DiCaprios, not the De Niro's.
Yeah, we're talking
B-list movie guys.
Bruce Campbell better be on the list.
Here we go. Brad Pitt. I put him as a B.
What? Because his name starts with a B?
Probably.
Yeah. Pass. Listen. If you don't like the Brad Pitt,
right,
there is something wrong with you. I don't want any haters. Whatever.
I don't want this based on looks. I know how you are. You're superficial.
You tell me right now. That Brad Pitt as Achilles. And Eric Bana as Hector in the movie Troy is not the greatest one-on-one battle that anyone's ever seen.
It's fantastic. Don't get me wrong.
So great.
I'm just saying.
Okay, move on. Pass.
Danny Trejo. Pass or fail?
You got to give him a pass.
You do. He's longevity, you guys.
He's like grout. It just binds the things together.
Now, here's one. Not that I think, again, this is just my opinion, and I did Google B-listers, and this name came up. I was a little surprised.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper. I think he's an
B-list?
I'm telling you, this is what Google told me. I'm not, this is what.
I mean, come on. Yeah, you know what? You got to give it to him. I love me my Coops.
All right, here's one. This is going to break your heart. Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go fail.
Yeah. Because outside of Thor, tell me. What, it's Extraction? Come on.
Until he does the Hulk Hogan movie.
Unless he's with Stallone in the next, what's that? Expendables? You haven't made it yet.
Fair enough.
All right, we'll stay on the same theme. Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, pass.
I think he's good too.
Oh, pass.
But see, he is a B.
He
is a B, right?
Yeah, because if all you're doing is Marvel, you haven't quite made it yet. I don't buy that one.
Two more.
Okay.
William Dafoe.
Whew. Pass. Boondock Saints.
I agree.
What are we talking
But that
about?
was also like 30 years ago.
Doesn't matter. It's the B movie of B movies.
Here is maybe
Next
the
to Army of
biggest
Darkness.
B movie guy, maybe of all time. You know him and I know him. It's Vin Diesel.
I gotta go fail.
Fail.
I am not a Vin Diesel fan.
Well, I think you're as a B movie guy, as a B movie actor, he might be the De Niro of the B movie guys.
No, I disagree. I have a problem with your list. We'll sign off here really quick. I got a problem with your list. Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness, should have been on. Should have been on. He also made his appearances in Xena Warrior Princess. To me, the greatest B film actor of all time. Listen, I'll tell you what's not B. The University of Calgary, the CJSW, the Sports Show, episode 276. It's one for the books, but we got to shove it in the locker because we do got to hit the showers. And while we're in the shower, let's remind you one more time, CJSW.
What's happening?
Hey, hold on, relax, okay? Hey, you just worry about getting that lather on the loofah. Let me tell you something right now. CJSW.com/donate. CJSW funding drive. Please contribute to the cause. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channels, both on YouTube, on the Instagram. That's at Sports Show Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We do got to sign off. Man, we're good for time today.
Woo! Have a great week.
Between this and them, now you about to witness. Where freedom is, so now I tell that girl get on my
GSW,
business.
we're Saved by the Bell by the Sports Show, playing every week. Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, Sports Show TV, at Sports Show Podcast. Amy, do it. At Sports Show Podcast.